Hey, gang. Internet's a little wonky. It's buffering since 2 o'clock, so hopefully this isn't too clippy. Again, with everyone being home, I'm sure there's a lot of people on Wi-Fi. So I don't know if you're noticing your connection's getting a little slower and buffering more than usual. But it is what it is. No worries. Hi, Shannon. You're finally up. Jack. I see Jack. There's Alyssa. Hello. Jack's asking how social distancing. It is. It's going well. It's going well. I'm a person who likes social distancing anyway, so this works. This works for me. So just to get you guys an update, I know you all know by now that we're out until at least April 6th, and obviously quite possibly longer. Just to give you all a heads up, you'll be getting emails on this soon. The school district is going ahead with some actual official distance learning. So you guys can expect some assignments from all of us teachers, starting next Wednesday, April 1st. And yes, April 1st is April Fool's Day. And we decided to go with rolling out the social distancing on April Fool's Day. I can assure you that we're not fooling you. So you will be seeing assignments coming in. You guys know I've already put some stuff up on our Schoology pages for opportunities for extra credit. But you're going to be seeing now assignments from all of your classes are going to be appearing up on Schoology as of next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So there'll be some assignments up there for you to do. I highly recommend you guys going and reading the letter that was actually just pushed out through email by our superintendent. I'm sure your parents will also read it as well. And it gives you a little bit more detail. But yes, there will be some work, some assignments for you guys to do next week, starting on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, and possibly more than that. So you're going to get to see more of this. I plan on doing some more of these things just as a place for us to hang out. I would like to maybe try Zoom. I don't know if you guys have ever used Zoom before. It's a free download. You can put it on your phone. Also, you can use it on your laptops, computers at home. And it's just really sort of a way to do a virtual meeting, if you will. Now, I very seriously doubt we can do it with like 30 people. That would get crazy. But I might do something. I like Zoom actually, but I might do something with small groups of us, and we can actually, instead of just looking at me and hearing me, only you guys only being able to chat on the live chat, we can actually all see each other and all talk. It's a little more complicated than if we were in a classroom together. Obviously, we'd have to really be respectful and listen to one person at a time talk. But it would be a way for all of us to sort of see and talk at the same time. So if you haven't checked it out, it's a free app on your phones, and also you can just log on to Zoom, and you can set up a free account. Again, get your parents to get involved with you. But anyway, all right, let me check out here. What is going on? Oh, Jack, I'm saying hello to your mom. Hi, Mom. Are the children driving you nuts yet? 52 person Zoom. That was probably with 52 somewhat mature type of people. I'm curious how that would work with 35 world history honors students who all like to be heard and who all like expressing themselves at every second. What is going on here, you guys? Some of your inside jokes. I like how you guys really just sort of hijack the chat room, and I'm here talking, and you're going off on your own little thing. It's cool. What else is going on? Very cool. So anyway, yeah, that's what's happening with starting next week. You're going to have assignments. Now, they're not going to be anything in terms of graded. But for me, I know for my classes, I will always offer, you're not going to get nothing out of doing it. So with the third market period basically coming to an end as of next week, and we have been given no information in terms of are we going to still stick to the traditional marking periods and how this thing's going forward. But there's going to be some distance learning opportunities for all of you. It's not going to be a lot of work. You're looking at about 20 minutes a class, essentially around 20 minutes or so a class. Again, that's just a generic time. Obviously, depending on the kind of student you are and how quickly you work, or if you like to take your time, all that's great. Your own learning style, your own learning speed. You're looking at about roughly 20 minutes per subject of work. My personal children have been doing it really for the past 2 weeks. They've been getting work every morning, and they kind of work starting about 9 o'clock in the morning, and they work up till about lunchtime, and they're finished all their work. So again, they're both elementary school, and they have gotten work from their teacher, obviously their classroom teacher, but also they've had music and art and gym. There's some assignments that they've been doing with that. So it generally has been taking them about just a couple hours in the morning. But it's been really good for them. It's nice to have the structure, and they're posting a lot of stuff on. They use an app called Seesaw, so they can see each other, and posting pictures, doing stuff around the house. Just trying to look. We're all just trying to figure this thing out as we go. So this is sort of unprecedented, as you all know, and that's fine. We'll get through it. But yeah, and again, it's not work. Like you're not gonna, I think it's gonna be fine. ASMR. Alyssa wants me to do ASMR. I don't have the mic set up for that. I have to have like another mic over here so I can kind of go on your left ear and then talk in your right ear, but everything has to be whispered like this. And you hear all kinds of noises. I don't know, is that good? Does anyone like ASMR? It really bothers me. I don't find it relaxing, especially when you can hear all the mouth noises. I'm going to do ASMR. I'm going to start my own channel of ASMR history. Guaranteed to put you to sleep in 5 minutes. All right, enough of that stuff. I don't know. That stuff's really popular. There's so many channels of ASMR. I follow the one girl I follow her name is GB. You can check her out, GB. I just love all the trouble she goes through. It does nothing for me, but I just love all the trouble she goes through with like dressing up and the audio setup and all. So I don't know. I find it entertaining actually more than interesting. So anyway, yeah, that's coming out. Work starting on April Fool's Day. I just find that funny. I don't know. I probably would have rolled it out like the day before, maybe, or the day after. But hey, April Fools. Oh, some things on Instagram. One of the good things. Well, there's actually many good things coming out of this situation, as bad as it is for a lot of people. Some of the good things, the fact that the whole world right now is kind of being relegated to being at home, is a lot of people are just putting up free stuff on Instagram. So if you're into artists, a lot of them are just putting up stuff for them singing, dancing, doing all kinds of things. One particular account that I follow is the Juilliard School, Juilliard in New York, famous performing arts college. And you'll find all kinds of musicians and dancers giving master classes, and this is all just free, and it's all being put up there. Folks doing performances, duets with one another via iPad, and you can kind of watch them on split screen. So, even though we're all sort of quarantined, it's pretty neat to see the amount of content that people are just kind of putting out there, because we're all sitting at home and trying to find some things to do and keep ourselves occupied. But definitely take advantage of that. So I always, with these live streams, I've always done a daily Stoic. So I'm going to do one now for you. I like the daily Stoic. Let's see here. Let me pull it up on my phone. And again, this is always sort of apropos to what's going on here today. So let me read this one to you. The Daily Stoic. So it's about a different, immutable, inescapable law of human existence that comes to us from the Stoics through Heraclitus, one of Mark Aurelius's favorites. Character is fate. So the theme of today's Stoicism is character is fate. After death and taxes, this is a timeless adage that the Stoics believed will determine our destiny, whether we like it or not. And just a quick glimpse around the world and across history confirms it. Liars and cheats eventually destroy themselves. The corrupt overreach. The ignorant make fatal, self-inflicted mistakes. The egotistical ignore the data that challenges them and the warnings that could save them. The selfish end up isolated and alone, even when they're surrounded by fame and fortune. The robbers, the perverts, the killers, and the tyrants, Marcus Aurelius wrote, about always end up in a hell of their own making. It's a law as true as gravity. Bad character might drive someone into a position of leadership because of their ambition, their ruthlessness, their shamelessness. But eventually, inevitably, this supposed strength becomes an Achilles heel when it comes time to actually do the job. Who trusts them? Who actually wants to work with them? What kind of culture develops around them? How can they learn? How can they know where the landmines are? If you want to know why things are the way they are right now, on Wall Street, in politics, in Silicon Valley, on college campuses everywhere, it's because character is fate. And for too long, we have ignored the prophetic power of character. When you make excuses for liars and cheats and egomaniacs because they agree with you, or they might benefit your business or help your cause in the short term, not only do you do so at your own long-term peril, but you are exhibiting bad character yourself. And that is what will come back to bite you. That is what is biting us right now on every continent, in every corner of culture, at nearly every turn. Because character is fate. Always has been, always will be. There you go. That's deep. You might want to rewatch that part later. Let that sink in a little bit. No, character counts, man. And in its times of great adversity, you start to really find out, the true character of somebody when you're tested. It's very easy to act a certain way when you're not being pressured. It's very easy to put on a certain face when there's not much at stake. But we really start to find out who you are when you are put in a position of adversity. I think character certainly is important, but I think too, character is not necessarily something that not being watched. What is that person going to do? Are they hiding behind an avatar? Are they hiding behind an anonymous account, and they can go online and make all kinds of ignorant statements on websites and of course like YouTube comments. It's really your character is what you're about when you're not being watched, that the true person really comes out. So a little something to kind of think about there. Man, you guys love your emojis. Really do. Let's see. All right, here we go. So, all right, we didn't like the ASMR. Okay. All right, that's cool. I like the ASMR. I like doing it. It's more fun doing it than listening to someone else do it. That's for sure. I missed the MSR. I had to take out the trash. Like this exact moment you had to take out the trash, Colby? That makes no sense. Zero sense. Like this exact time. Oh wait, it's in the middle of a live stream. I must take out the trash. It wasn't good. Don't worry, you didn't miss it. What? All right, there, Shannon. All right. Let's see how that is. Let's see how it's going to go. Alyssa is mastered the. We don't write words anymore. We just write emojis for everything we're thinking. Cool. What child? Can I go outside? Of course. Go draw on the sidewalk. Are you guys bored yet? It's kind of been what? Tomorrow will be 2 weeks officially out of school. Are you guys, you know, have you kind of gone through every possible thing you could think of doing and you're just waiting for school to start again? Well, have no fear, because on April 1st, and it's not an April Fool's joke, you will be receiving assignments from all of your teachers. So you will be hearing from everybody on Schoology, and you'll be able to log on there on the morning of April 1st, and you'll open up your courses and log on to Schoology, and all these little assignments will be waiting for you from all of your teachers. And now you won't be bored anymore. You'll be able to sit down and get the learning on. And I know you will enjoy that. That's for sure. Interesting. Wow, I just died in Minecraft. Do people still play that? I don't know. People still play that. Minecraft. I never played that. Yeah, well. All right. What else is going on in the world? Have you guys missed sports? Today should be opening day for baseball. I always enjoy opening day. I enjoy baseball. I'm a pretty big baseball fan myself. I have no idea how they're going to rework any of these seasons. I have been doing a lot of good reading though lately, and I've been doing a lot of these courses. The great courses, you can find them online. The Great Courses Plus. You can take a course in almost any subject, in anything, and it's depending on the course. It's a series of 8 to 24 different sort of mini classes, and everything from photography to cooking in certain styles, French cooking possibly. There's courses in yoga. There's courses in meditation. There's courses, of course, in all the maths. There's algebra 2, trigonometry, calculus, all the sciences. Really almost anything you could think of. Oh, Shannon, sorry to hear that. You were supposed to go to the home opener. Well, I think today at 4:00 they're going to replay last year's home opener, if I'm not mistaken. I know on the radio. If you're really jonesing for it, you can watch some of these. They're on replay today, just because of the fact that it was supposed to be opening day. I don't think baseball is going to get started until June at this point. Really all these athletes, because they're all sort of, not that they're laying around on the couch. They're obviously doing the best they can at home and staying physically active. But I would worry about once this thing is sort of the first initial wave has passed, and we start to go back to somewhat of a routine, normal life. These guys are not going to be able just to jump into competing into sports right away. They're going to have to go through some sort of preseason conditioning again, I would imagine. Otherwise, you could just see all kinds of injuries cropping up left and right. Plus, then if they start and they go too late in the summertime, they don't really have an off season. Which then affects the way they begin next year. You figure what the NBA and hockey, they're all beginning in October. So if they play deep into the summertime, they're not really getting a lot of time to do all the business they normally conduct in the off season. So who knows? I guess that's in the grand scheme of life, that's not really majorly important in terms of everyone being safe and healthy and all that good stuff. So I don't know. I don't really have a lot for you today. I was just kind of hanging on here and logging on and seeing what you guys are doing and just checking in and saying hello. They were really the major updates, the announcements of, again, next week. We'll be starting official assignments and things like that from all of your courses. I know some of us put it out there, and some teachers didn't. But now everyone's going to be putting it out there, and that's going to be K through 12. So just in case a parent is checking this out later, you would expect everybody from K through 12. You're going to be getting the 7 through 12 kids are going to be on Schoology, and the K through 6 is going to be Google Classroom. So you will be getting contacted shortly, if not so already today, from your teachers, and letting you know how to set everything up at home. And most likely you're going to using your laptops or your phones, desktops if you have one, and real simple stuff. They're judging about 2.5 hours of work a day for you. And again, that's not that's just a time. Obviously some people can work as we do in class. Some people take a full class period to do something. Some people finish it in 30 minutes. So it's on you. Oh, Madison, you checked in. Hey, Maddie. Hmm. Yeah, Shannon, I don't know. There's the only official date has been April 6th as the tentative go return to school date. As far as April 14th, I'm not going to go by unless I get any official word from the governor. Not that he calls me personally, but that's how we all found out about the April 6th. I was actually watching the press conference, and he had just said, "All right, all Pennsylvania schools are going to be out until at least April 6th." So, I don't even have to wait for the district on that. So if the governor comes out and says schools in Pennsylvania will not open until a certain date, that's just the way it goes. He's the authority in terms of the state. Now, what does it look like when we finally do go back? Who knows? I think it's going to depend on how many cases are around. It's conceivable some parts of the state might go back, other parts may not. And then I think it is a sort of a risk assessment, because remember, this whole thing of us doing this sort of quarantine is it's not to stop the spread of it per se, it's to slow it down so that one area doesn't get it all at the same time, and then your local healthcare system can't accommodate those people who do end up getting really sick. So that's kind of what this whole thing that we've been out of school for, and most people out of work for, is that's the strategy. It's not that it's going to stop it and it's going to go away. I think we're also trying to just buy time so that if fewer and fewer people get exposed to it at a slower rate, plus we develop antivirals and even a vaccine for it, sort of that combination will cause what's called a herd immunity, where the virus wouldn't get spread around our community as easily. It's tricky, and I don't think anyone really knows what to expect here. So, to sit there and say, April 6th, which is it's a week from this coming Monday. I mean, again, I have no inside information, but I can't believe I would that we would see that happening. April. I mean, it just feels like then we're just going back, and the same sort of disaster could happen a month from now. If the majority of people in our area have not been exposed to the virus, and then we all go back to sort of life as usual, and then it spreads then. So I don't know. This is a really tricky thing, and that's why quite honestly, I don't worry about it in that respect. We're just going to take it one day at a time here. I'm hoping you guys have been, like I said, we'll be out 2 weeks now as of tomorrow. What have you done? My question to you would be, have you done anything in the past 2 weeks that you've improved yourself on? Have you learned something new? Did you take a course? Did you watch some YouTube videos just to sort of, hey, I wanted to learn about photography. Let me go ahead and check out, because a lot of people are giving free content right now just because we're all in sort of that same situation of being stuck at home. So a lot of businesses, a lot of websites are giving, here, go log on for the next month or two for free and check everything out. And when this is all over, maybe you'll stay a customer. If not, gives you something to do. So who else? Anyone new? Oh, hi, Sage. How are you? Alyssa, are you saying, do I miss you, or someone else in the chat room miss you? I miss everybody, quite honestly. I mean, I've been making the most of it. I've certainly, I know a lot more about stuff than I did 2 weeks ago. So I've definitely been reading and taking some courses and bettering myself. Also, just getting better with, chilling out in terms of, not having to run everywhere. It's been nice. My neighborhood is, it's kind of like how it was when I was a kid. We didn't all go everywhere every Saturday and Sunday and have 14 different games to attend. And, it really was a lot much more simpler of a lifestyle. And I miss that. I'm a kind of a guy who enjoys just chilling out and, let the day come to me, because the week is so hectic. Um, I don't know. I enjoy, you see families walking around the neighborhood now, where before it'd be me and my dog, and then we'd be the only one out there walking. Now we're running into everybody because everyone's out and getting out of their house and getting some sunlight. And, that's kind of how it was when I was a kid. People were outside and talking and, neighborly. Um, so like I said, I hopefully many, many good things can come from this, Uh, Oh, Adrian ran 10 miles. Good for you. I drove 10 miles the other day. That was good. That was fun. I ran 12 miles at preseason. What? Why are you guys running miles? Stop running miles. Lift some weights. You don't need to run so much. Shannon slept, watched Disney Plus, and ate. Not a bad life. Kind of like a dog. So it's like a dog's life. But you gotta stop staying up so late. You won't be sleeping as much. Some of you guys are up really, really late. See you out there online in the interwebs. 10 miles, geez. I have zero desire to run 10 miles. Zero. The only reason I would run 10 miles would be for my life, maybe. If someone was chasing me and, but even then I don't think I'd make it 10 miles. I'd have to take a knee here and there. 5-minute miles. Yikes. What's the rush? Yeah, you gotta stop staying up so late, Shannon. Up till 4. That's not good. You're gonna flip your whole circadian rhythm around. You're gonna become nocturnal. Or you're just gonna be like up all night, sleep during the day. You're letting the day just, you're letting the day pass you by. Carpe diem, as we would say, seize the day. Yeah, you gotta put the phone down, man. Just put your phone down and you'll fall asleep. If you're like up and you're on like Instagram and TikTok, you'll just stay up. You gotta put the phone down and just call it a day. You want to get up and get out, get some sunlight on you. Yeah, you guys gotta sleep. Yeah, I've been staying up late too, though. I got to start reversing that. If it was left up to my own natural circadian rhythm, I would be a like 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. guy. Like if I'm allowed to just not have anywhere to be, I would. My schedule seems to be I would be awake till 2 a.m. and I would sleep till 10 a.m. Like naturally, just fall asleep at 2 a.m. and wake up at 10 a.m. No alarms, none of that stuff. That's kind of where I'd be. I was not up late. If you're up till 4, I wasn't up that late. So that's late. 4 a.m. Geez. That's like back in my musician days when I used to play down in the Jersey Shore in the casinos. Used to drive home watching the sun come up on the Ben Franklin Bridge. That were my summers. Sleep all day, play all night. Drive to the shore, drive back. Drive to the shore, drive back. Yeah, I would say too, it's going to be really hard. This is going to be like summertime, right? Like by the time we do eventually go back to school, that 5:30 a.m. wake up call is going to be tough. That's going to be fun teaching you guys as you're only had 2 hours of sleep because you're used to staying up that late. Well, what can't you do? I have it. What? Still, we can't manage for choir. It's so random, Melissa. I'm eating ice cream. Okay. Very cool. You're doing a class conference? We should try that on Zoom. Have any of you guys tried Zoom? Am I like ahead of the curve here? I think I'm ahead of the curve. Yeah. Yeah, Zoom's fun. I enjoy it.